Hi everybody! So our interesting find of the day is something that actually I shipped to my house and it just came in the mail. So I thought we would do the unboxing and see what it is together. If you watched the other video, you saw that we found an Uthaka, an egg sac of a praying mantis outside in the yard. And I thought it was pretty interesting to learn about things that other insects do, so I ordered some. So this one here is a tiger swallowtail. That's its chrysalis, and I have 3 in the box, so I made 3 homes. One of them I bought, since like this, but I didn't want to spend too much money, so the other 2 I made. This one I just took a container and put a bunch of holes in it, and this one I did the same thing, and I have a net to go on top. So I'm going to put the tiger swallowtail in one, and that's what the chrysalis looks like. So we'll put the tiger swallowtail in this one here. I also got a Luna moth cocoon. That one looks so different than the tiger swallowtails. And I'll put this one in that case. And the other one that I ordered is a Polyphemus moth cocoon. And that one looks quite different again. So I'll put these all in here. I'll set them up on the windowsill in my house where it's nice and sunny. And just like with the other one, for the praying mantis Uthaka, we'll keep track of it and we'll learn a little bit more about these creatures. Both moths and butterflies undergo metamorphosis, but they do it in different ways. Both of them have a pupa stage that comes after they are a full-grown caterpillar, but the moth then has the pupa that goes into a cocoon. And if you look at the slide, you see that the cocoon is an external structure that keeps the pupa safe. And you can see that the caterpillar here has excreted a substance that turns hard and will become the cocoon. And again, the pupa is inside of it, and it's an external structure to protect it. The butterfly also has the pupa stage, but it goes into a chrysalis. And the chrysalis is not an external structure. It is a molting of the skin of the caterpillar, which they do often as they're growing, depending on the type of caterpillars, how many molts they do. But you can see that the chrysalis grows as a part of the caterpillar itself, quite different than the moth. Here is a close-up of the chrysalis of that tiger swallowtail butterfly. It is quite hard. You can see it has little designs on it. The tiger swallowtail butterfly lives for about 1 to 2 weeks. During that time, as an adult, it drinks nectar, mates, and lays new eggs. They lay 1 egg at a time on top of a leaf. When the egg takes about 4 to 10 days to hatch. Once the caterpillar comes out, it lives for 3 to 4 weeks before becoming a pupa stage and going into its chrysalis. It's in the chrysalis for 10 to 20 days, except during the winter time when it stays in the chrysalis the entire time for hibernation. The butterfly then has 2 to 3 broods per year, so that means, and they do not migrate. So that means if you see one of these in your yard, and then a couple of weeks or a month later you see another one, that it is another one. It's not the same one, but it's probably the baby of the first one that you saw. The caterpillars, when they first emerge, are brown with white spots and white markings. This is a form of mimicry because they look like bird poop so that predators will leave them alone. They then turn green and white and a little bit of yellow, and then right before they go into the pupa stage, they turn brown again. You notice that the caterpillar has false eye spots on it. This is to make it look scary, possibly even snake-like, so that predators will leave them alone. As an adult, they always stay close by
Battery
where they were
low.
born. They get to be about 3.5 to 5.5 inches long. The males are always yellow, but the females can be yellow or black. And the way to tell them apart is that the female will have blue at the end, while the males are completely yellow. The females are always bigger than the males. And again, they live for about 2 weeks. The reason why they're called tiger swallowtails is I added this picture of a swallow type of bird, and you can see its tail. And since these butterflies have a similar tail, they're called swallowtail, and they're called tiger because each of them have 4 stripes on each of the wings, and that's how they got their name.
A close-up of the Polyphemus moth cocoon. It is much softer than the chrysalis of the swallowtail butterfly. And you see all the little black all over it.
The Polyphemus moth caterpillar is quite large, and it stays green throughout its whole life. It comes out of the egg after about 10 days, and it takes 5 to 6 weeks to grow to its full size, which is 3 inches long. Because it takes so long to grow to that size, it only has 1 brood per year. It eats a tremendous amount when it is a caterpillar. As an adult, it does not eat at all, so it only lives a short while. It's called the Polyphemus moth because it's named after Polyphemus, who was a giant cyclops in Greek mythology, since the moth has a giant eye spot and the cyclops has a giant eye as well. They are found from Canada, all throughout the US and into Mexico. Their wingspan can be up to 6 inches long, which is bigger than our hands. You can see here that the female has a much, much less bushy antenna than the male. That's one way to tell the two of them apart.
And this is the Luna moth cocoon. Again, the outside, the actual cocoon is pretty soft. And when I move it like this, I can actually feel the inside pupa moving.
The Luna moth caterpillar is also green, similar to the Polyphemus moth. It is green in order to camouflage itself. If the Luna moth caterpillar sees a bird coming, it will rear up, meaning it will hold its body up on everything but its holding itself up just on its hind legs, and it will make a noise with its mouth to try to scare the bird off. Luna moth caterpillars will also vomit on predators to try to keep them away. The Luna moth adult will lay about 200 eggs in total. Those eggs take about 1 week to hatch. Then the caterpillars will eat and grow for about 4 weeks or 1 month. When it goes into its pupa stage and is in its cocoon, that takes about 3 weeks. In colder places, it'll have 1 brood per year, meaning the adult only will be 1 of them. In warmer places, it will happen more often, and you can see this life cycle happen about 4 times. As an adult, the Luna moth does not eat, so it only lives for about a week or so.